Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In a previous video I shown you upgrading my Ender 3 base CNC spindle from a Dremel to a proper 500 watts spindle. That video was really well received and some of you asked in the comments for a full build guide, so that's exactly what we're starting today. This will be a series where I rebuild my machine from the ground up. It will be split into multiple episodes so we can properly cover each part of the process: the frame, the toolhead, electronics and wiring, software and more. Before we begin, for those who haven't heard of the E3CNC, here's a quick overview. It's an open source project that repurposes an Ender 3 Pro into a CNC mill running Klipper firmware. It's a great option if you have an old Ender key lying around. Using mostly reused parts, a few 3D prints and some additional hardware, you can build a capable CNC machine that's perfect for learning CAM. It's also a great platform for upgrades. The base machine is very affordable and reuses 70 to 80% of the original Ender key components. It runs on V wheels for X and Y axis and MGN12 linear rails for the Z axis. You need to buy a few extra parts, but overall it's a very accessible project. I'll leave links to GitHub, printables page and Discord server in the description if you want to learn more or ask questions. We're always happy to help new people get into CNCing. With that out of the way, let's start building the frame. We'll start by assembling the Y-axis motor plates. Begin by inserting the M5 screw, then add a spacer, wheel and M5 nut. Do all four sides and then do the same for the other Y plate mount. Next, attach the motor like this, noting these holes used to secure the motor cable with a zip tie later. Secure the motor with M3 screws and then repeat the same process for the other Y-axis plate. Add the pulleys, but leave them loose for now. Make sure to add heat thread inserts here before proceeding. Now that those are done, let's move on to the frame. Let's first take care of the 3D printed corners. Start by adding heat thread inserts in these holes. This is where we will be attaching the belt clamps a bit later. Also, I prefer to add all the M5 screws that use T-nuts at this stage. It makes assembly a bit easier later on. I did that for all 4 corner pieces. We'll start with the back of the frame. Grab one 2040 and one 4040 extrusion. We will be using blind joints for extra rigidity. If you're not familiar with them, I'll link a good explanation video in the description. In short, it uses M5 button head cap screws and T-nuts to bolt together 2 aluminum extrusions. Assemble one side like that and then repeat for the other side. Use the 4040 as a support and then tighten the blind joints, but not all the way yet. Next, install the 3D printed corner pieces. Insert the part into a corner, making sure both exclusions sit flush with it. Start by tightening the 2 bolts that hold the 2040 exclusion, then finish tightening the blind joint screw. Continue by tightening the screws holding the 4040. Do the same for the other corner, then add the M5 screws that bolt to the 4040 exclusion directly, and then tighten them down. Last operation is to add the long M5 screws that bolt directly into the 2040. At this point we have a partially assembled frame. Slide in the Y-axis motor plates we assembled earlier. Make sure they are oriented correctly, like you see in the video. They should move around smoothly without any binding. There should also be almost no play in them. Now we can assemble the front of the frame, following the same process as before. Blind joint, but not fully tightened. Corner piece, align everything flush, tighten the corner, then tighten the blind joint. Add missing M5 screws, then tighten completely. And just like that, the main frame is complete. Now we just need to install the belts and the end stops. I'm using a mod that allows you to reuse the stock Ender 3 end stops. It replaces the rear belt clamps. We'll reuse the original X and Y belts, cut to size. Start with one side. Clamp the belt tightly at the back. Route it to the front, below the wheels and above the pulley. Pull it tight and then, while keeping it tight, secure it with the front clamp. Make sure the pulley is still loose and move the plate back and forth a few times to center it. After that, tighten the grab screws and make sure the plate is still moving smoothly. Repeat the same process for the other side. And that's it, the frame is complete. In the next episode, we will finish the rest of the mechanical side, which includes the X gantry with the tool head and the Z-axis. If you want to learn more about the E3CNC project, check out the links in the description. And feel free to join the Discord. That's where most of the discussions, mods, and builds are shared. And speaking of Discord, we will be running a giveaway soon, so be sure to join to not miss it. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, leave a like, drop a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe if you want to see the next parts of the build. See you in the next video.